What if you woke up one day and somebody told you that you have absolutely no agenda? That you have nothing but free time? But what if I told you you would have restrictions? That you couldn't see many people and you couldn't go many places, and that you had to create a comfortable space of your own. You had to be alone. What exactly would define you? What would you change? How would you go about your day? What would you do if society pushed a pause button? What would you appreciate that you always took for granted? What would you want to see? What would you want to know? Where would you want to go? Would you crave commotion or a person more? Would you remain calm through the chaos? Would you find the beauty in being and simply just being?
It's fun. 2, 3.
If you woke up and all of your responsibilities had vanished into thin air, what would you do? Would you eventually miss the life you used to have? If you had absolutely no timeline, what time would you get out of bed? Would you be productive? Would you look at things a little bit differently? Would you see colors a little bit brighter? Would you care for the people that you love a little bit more? Would you take time for yourself? Would you still use the excuse, "I'm too busy"? Would you do the things that you truly want to do? And what if it's totally different than you thought it would be? Which moments would you find yourself missing the most? And which moments would you live over and over and over again? Which moments do you remember the most? And who were the people and things that made up these moments? Now, the funny thing is in history class, they don't explain to you that eventually they'll write books about you and your generation. What they also don't include is the different experiences and stories from each of us. We've all experienced this in a totally different way, and we all have a completely different perspective on life. Our routines have changed, the way we think has changed. What we take for granted is so obvious now, and life is totally different. But one thing I can say for all of us is that this has been an experience of a lifetime.